Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Watching yesterday, we were just watching, um, some of these Korean idols and these very successful, famous people. That the schedules, it gets to them even on stage. It absolutely gets to them. And one of the things that I thought was very interesting that we actually thought of not talking about because we weren't too sure, because it's one of those things which is unless you see it, you're not sure. Unless they speak about it, you don't know about it. So it's that when you have such stressful schedules, fatiguing, and physically demanding, but then your diet, it's almost stopped because you're trying to keep weight low or you're trying to look a certain way, and you're getting all these people just fucking, passing out and absolutely collapsing. So it's on both ends. Like, for example, at home you might find you're eating too much.
Yes,
right?
Without realizing.
Because all there's to do at home is watch TV or like Netflix or whatever. Work if you're working from home. Maybe work out an hour or two.
Well, that's only 2 hours a day,
Yeah.
if at all.
And then you have the fridge.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
And you don't you ever find yourself just opening the fridge, just to like every random hours, just to like open up the fridge? I find myself opening up the fridge sometimes, not even knowing what I'm looking for.
No, really.
And I'm like, but then I came here for something.
The thing is, if I open it, it's
You're
'cause I'm
eating.
Yeah. There's a purpose.
Well, and I think that's what happens a lot of the times. I open the fridge and I'm just like, cheese string, and then a few hours later, some strawberries,
Yeah.
and then you end up eating the whole day.
Yeah, but pretty much, yeah.
Just for like the sake of eating. You're not even hungry anymore.
And then there's also, what was at the door? I also find that if you're also, when I find myself on the road or traveling, whatever, or training, eating becomes so difficult because you don't find the time.
Or you don't find the right type of food. Say, for example.
Oh, for you, because you're on a ketogenic diet.
Or
yeah.
not even. Before I was on a keto diet, when I was training and I was performing, my diet was pretty strict. Like, damn, was it hard? And yeah, sometimes when we were from theater to theater, or from venue to venue, you would find yourself struggling to find the right types of foods in the surroundings that you are. Obviously, I don't think that's the case for famous people, because they could probably, order it or get it done for them. But
I guess.
But I know for sure that for me it was super tough to find the right type of foods, like healthy foods, nutritious enough to like be substantious.
I find that the difficult bit was actually bloody eating, like just finding time to eat or getting hungry. Like, and you would have to force yourself, like,
to eat something.
Yeah, and it's like because sometimes you just wouldn't get hungry, like, and you have to eat because then you're training for 6 hours or 5 hours, and I imagine actually some of what I'm searching right now. I'd imagine it's like how how women and diet in the Korean industry is like it's something very linear, like it's not very flexible. They have like their own image standards. And industry standards and stuff like that, so you have to be a certain way and all this stuff. And I'd imagine if you're not that way, you're healthy though in the way you are, you're still athletic, you can still do whatever you want, but you still have to go down. I'd imagine that must be I don't know how they're able to physically keep up.
It's very demanding. I actually heard a statement that HWASA did recently.
Yeah.
You know how she has been targeted by like body shaming in Korea.
What?
Because of her body shape.
So she's
very
good looking.
different. Yeah, but she's very Western.
Right.
She has a very Western body figure, and that's frowned upon in South Korea. Is not one of the is not the aesthetic they usually go for. And she was speaking how her and her members, before debuting, they had to, all of them were put in a diet, like a diet regime to lose weight for their first
like the
debut.
sort of thing.
And she was saying that they barely ate anything, and it was super hard for them to keep up with the physical demands of.
I found this, where she's like, how how she had to drastically lose incredible amount of weight. I want to know how much, because what the she looks good. She looks incredibly good. She confessed and she cried so much watching David's stage.
I think she said she lost around. Was it? I think it was like something like.
I remember you weighed about 45 kg when you debuted. You look so skinny, and then how?
I think she was like.
Let's explain that she used to weigh 133 pounds.
60 kilograms. She used to weigh 60 kilograms.
And she lost 15 kg in 2 to 3 months.
That's
Jesus
freaking
Christ.
drastic.
Mate, not even.
That's bad for your health, dude.
You get, definitely. You get UFC fighters lose that type of weight, and then they have to become completely dehydrated the night before.
The weigh-in.
Like, yeah. Let me show. Like, maybe if they're not familiar with like UFC, like look at this, right? UFC. Oh God, how do I take this off?
I don't know.
Because now I can't see what I'm searching.
But can you move it? Can you click on it? You can,
UFC fighters.
the weigh-in.
All right, nice spelling, mate. Fighters. Weight cut.
Weight cut. It's drastic.
It is nuts, mate.
It actually scares me to see them sometimes.
It
I'm like,
is
oh,
so scary.
look at that.
And they look.
Ooh,
I mean, you can tell that it's not normal.
that is not healthy. Look at that.
So this is how he looks naturally. He's like naturally maybe 175 pounds, and he fought at 145 pounds.
Ouch!
That's
That's
nuts.
a cut and a half.
Look at it. Look at his facial structure. It changes.
Like
Conor McGregor's.
it literally sucks in your eyeballs.
So this is him at 145. This is him at 170.
My God.
Look how healthy he
One
looks.
happy lad in the other picture.
Yeah, he looks thick. Who else is a good example? Yeah, Rumble Johnson. Look.
Oh my goodness! It changes their whole structure.
I think he used to fight at 205, so 205 pounds.
Well, HWASA dropped how many? 15 kilograms in three months.
Yeah.
It's healthier than a UFC fighter cut weight, but
No, but the thing is, weight is always relative and subjective of the person, right?
definitely.
So if, right, depending on her height, and also depending of is she able to keep up with the demands of her environment?
Yeah,
right?
and she
in
wasn't.
the weight she's in.
Yeah, she wasn't, and she openly spoke about it, and she says like, and they asked her as well, like, how do you maintain your shape now? How do you stay in shape? And she was like, I eat. I just eat like a normal person. I eat healthy.
She works out, of course.
Yeah, she works out, but she said that she's not a fan of working out, so she doesn't really
No one
work.
is.
Yeah, but she actually said in the recent show that she was in, like, I think it was like Living Alone or something like that, the show's called, and she said that she just really doesn't work out that often. I think she said that she works out once a week if she feels like it. And then, but they also work very hard in their dance and whatever, and
How often is she rehearsing?
probably quite regularly, because she just had a solo album, right?
Yeah, so how often is she rehearsing choreo routines? How
I
often
have
is
no
she...
idea, dude. But I would say that her schedule's pretty tight.
Yeah, so I would definitely keep her in shape for sure. The whole, dancing and keeping active and stuff
She said that finding a balance when she's not working and trying to find that balance between not binge eating. I think that's a very common thing among women. I think women tend to binge eat just for the sake of eating,
I think everyone, mate. I don't think it's just women. I think it's everybody.
And she said that it hits her, especially when she's not doing anything, because she's in that resting space, like mind space.
Yeah.
You think, okay, I can lay back. I'm not gonna worry about these things, and that's when you find yourself gaining weight.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I find just so easy to just get carried away with like food and stuff like that. If
yes.
But I find the equalizer is exercise. You must work out. You must even like one
stay active. I think the trick there is just keep your body active.
No, work out hard. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Work out hard, because it's not a thing you're meant to enjoy. Like even if you don't enjoy it, do it regardless. The actual benefit of exercise is that it's hard. Doing something difficult it's beneficial beyond the physical aspect of it.
Yeah.
And if you do something difficult, not every day, 3-4 times a week, right, you just become a better person straight away. Straight away, you're way better than you were before. And then obviously you will start to look better, right? Your life completely changes because now it's also revolving around your health, right? So you even evolve as a person. But I just find it's a matter of not finding what you like doing. Now find an exercise routine that you can do, that it's challenging enough, build on it, right? Don't go crazy with food, still eat, right? Normally, but work hard.
I think it's that balance, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly. But I think a lot of people, I guess to me, get that aspect wrong. It's like working out. If I don't like it, it means I'm doing something wrong or all this BS. Even if it's difficult, it's
meant to be difficult.
Yeah, if it's not difficult, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
you know, you're doing something wrong for sure. You know, something I'm really interested in, and I asked it before in the channel. So if you do know this, go for it and comment below. It's the workout regime of the BTS fellas.
Oh my God! I think we're about to get some of that content in their new movie.
Nice.
So we might get to see a lot of their behind the scenes, their living, their experiences, and everything that I don't think we have seen before.
I think maybe hardcore fans, like hardcore armies, probably know about it. It's sort
I'm
of like,
talking about you and I that we haven't seen before.
That's why I like to make content like that. Not only for their fandom, but for people that are just, getting, maybe we've known BTS for like a year, less, 8 months, right? So we're still learning immensely,